you've got people shocked of how much of a true warrior you are. I feel like externally how you look can be very deceiving, and certain people at times try to target you because they feel like, "Oh, this would be somebody that would be an easy lick. This is somebody that I feel like we can overpower." So I feel like you have a tendency of dealing with situations where it's like multiple people against you, or 4 to 5 individuals will team up together to try to have some sort of outcome when it comes to you. I feel like somebody also wanted you on their roster. This person does have a lot of options, and each option has something of value to bring to the table. But I feel like with you, your energy is a lot stronger than majority of people. You've done a lot of shadow work, internal healing. You have literally brought together your yin and yang aspects of yourself. So naturally, you carry a stronger charge and frequency than the majority of people around you. And someone noticed this. At first, they thought that maybe you'll just line up like everybody else, but then they started to realize that no, you're actually a fighter. You will fight back. Whether it's physically, emotionally, spiritually, energetically, someone's actually shocked and surprised at how strong you truly are. And instead of seeing you as somebody that would be like a notch on their belt, they now see you as an equal. So you have a person that carries some sort of power, either like in the workplace or just in general socially. This person sees you as an equal and they have a newfound respect for you because there's a lot about your energy that can't be seen, but it can be felt. So a lot of people try to outcast you because they don't understand this energy. It just feels different and foreign to them, so they don't necessarily know how to respond to it. But this specific person that wanted you in their corner because they thought that maybe you'd be like other men or women, they're realizing that they made a mistake and that you're somebody that should not be underestimated in any way, shape, or form. I feel like you're also prone to like betrayals or people wanting to do things behind your back, cause you pain, havoc. You also are prone to like group settings or cults. Like you have a tendency of attracting a lot of cults. That's not what they call it on the outside, but energetically, that is what is going on. Like you attract people that are in a like a culty type of energy. They do things to embrace that darker aspects of themselves, and then they realize that your blood is not like theirs. They realize like once they try to like harm you or do anything to you at the expense of your peace of mind or longevity or at the expense of your happiness or joy, it instantly comes back to bite them. So people are fully aware that your blood is a lot different than other people's because their traps have not been successful in any way, shape, or form. They've also realized that mentally you are not stuck, confined, or restricted. It's easy to cause somebody to be a certain way if you think that they're weak mentally or if like they can be abused. But people are realizing that you can't be abused. Like you will actually fight back. People are realizing that they're fragmented because they see somebody who is like you who is actually whole and how you will defend yourself at all costs. You don't care who you have to team up against. And this causes fear in some people because they expect you to react a certain type of way, but the way that you react was something that was completely off the radar. Like they didn't even expect that from you. And so a lot of people are disappointed in themselves. And that's the crazy thing. You make people look at themselves and look at how they've treated people in the past. Like, let's say, for example, you're a man watching and you're dealing with a woman that had a tendency of keeping men on her roster. She tried to do that to you and it backfired so hard. And matter of fact, you told this person about themselves and they were not prepared for that because they kind of thought that they were holier than thou. But you may have been the first person that had the guts to tell this person about who they truly are, how you truly see them. No holding back at all whatsoever. I also feel like people have a tendency of like lusting over you. Like you do not, it's like, yes, you carry the vibration of love, but a lot of people project their lust onto you. Physically, you're attractive. Energetically, you're very, very attractive. And so sometimes people can't help themselves. They have a hard time controlling like their desires or their wants and needs. And then they think that you're going to be receptive to that when really you're just like stone cold, ice cold. And you can see the dynamics of groups while you're on the outside looking in and you will call them out. So the way that you call people out really keeps them on edge. Sometimes people see you as like this spiritual guru, as like a pope, even as far as like as of a messiah, because they've seen the things that you were capable of. Some people, you've awakened certain people to the fact that like not everybody's the same, to the fact that you actually have knowledge and wisdom that is of the occult. Like you know certain things about people that you really should not know. Like you were able to pick up on cues and characteristics of people due to the interactions that you had with them, and it's like their own parents don't even know this about themselves because they hide it so well. But you being around them for maybe like an hour or two a day, a week at most, it's like you're able to identify what somebody's shadow side is, and that's very, it's kind of startling for someone who's not really used to being seen at the depths of who they are. You have a tendency of startling people, and then they realize that you are not like the rest. You're not like regular people. No, you're a fighter. You're a chosen one. And some of you have been put in predicaments where like maybe you felt like your life was threatened, or you felt like physically you had to defend yourself, and you actually surprised a ton of people to the point where they backed away once and for all. People know that you are somebody who puts in the work, that you hold back from people not out of fear, but out of wisdom. People are realizing that you holding back from something is actually wisdom. If everybody in the group is so eager to do something but you're not, people know, okay, the viewer clearly knows something that we don't, and that's why they're apprehensive to even engage in this certain situation. So you have a tendency of awakening people whether they know it or not. It's like indirectly awakening them, and you help them realize like how fragmented their soul truly is because they see how you're whole within yourself. And so the mirror that you shine up to them, it ends up showing them the areas of themselves that were either neglected altogether, suppressed, or not even worked on. So people around you feel inferior to you. Even people that you would think like would have more life experience or more knowledge in general feel inferior to you because you showed them things that they haven't ever been taught. The things that you show people are, this is like higher form of knowledge, downloads. It's things that they know, like this person, they look at you like you must be close to God because how could you know that about me without even being around me for that long? And you're able to identify things that even people close to me in my waking life don't know. So there's, yeah, people at times they get fearful of you. I feel like that's why they try to shun you out, or not have you in certain environments because they're afraid that like you're gonna whistleblow who they truly are to people around them, and they care about their image more than anything. The people that you have a tendency of attracting, they care about the materialistic image, surface level aspects of themselves. And they realize that you're not somebody that can be betrayed. You're not somebody that can be harmed. You're not somebody who mentally can be toyed with. And they see that you walk alone, or you're like in the last man standing type of energy. So it makes them look at themselves weird because it's like, how can this one person team up against all of us and still yet defeat all of us? Like, so you definitely have an impact on people, whether you know it or not. They see you as a superstar. They really do. They may not tell you that to your face, but they see you as a superstar. And I feel like that's why some of them are so adamant about undermining you, because it's like they have something to prove to themselves about who they think they are, but you're actually who they pretend to be. And so it's a hard pill for someone to swallow, to see who they pretend to be outwardly to others as opposed to somebody who's actually embodying it. So the traits of yourselves that are the ones that have been least accepted by society are also your strongest ones. No one's going to pull the wool over your eyes. No one's going to get you to do anything that you don't want to do. You come from a lineage of warriors. Like, who's going to stop you? Absolutely no one. And that's what they're realizing, that not everyone is cut from the same cloth. Some people are like pure bloods. And I don't mean that in a way of like trying to separate people in humanity and sorting them, but you definitely are somebody that is pure. Your intentions are pure. You're not out here trying to cause havoc or pain or sorrow into anybody's lives. You're worried about yourself and your own personal timeline.